welcome to Module 3, Vibecode your first apps with Replit, a tool that makes coding feel a lot less intimidating. Traditionally, building apps means downloading packages, installing libraries, and spending hours just getting your computer ready to code. Not to mention there's the whole learning to code part that takes many people years and years to master. With Replit, almost all of that setup disappears, and it's completely web-based. You just open your browser and start building. And here's the best part. Thanks to AI, you can now start building apps using plain English. Maybe you've come across the term Vibecoding, which describes the idea of using English and natural language to build applications with code. Today I want to demystify this idea and show how you can use tools like Replit to get started coding on your own. Let's look at a quick demo of how you can get started building a simple app on your own. Before we dive into the demo, I wanted to highlight something. Replit is a bit more technical than the other tools we've explored in this course. I've tried to design this lesson to be as beginner-friendly as possible, but some concepts may feel challenging at first. Don't worry if it feels tricky. It might take a bit of extra practice or additional research to really get comfortable with the tool. So when you first get to replit.com and create your free account, you'll come to a landing page like this. On the left, you'll see the navigation tree. Along with your existing apps, you'll find documentation and even resources to learn more about Replit. In the middle of the screen, you'll find a chat window. Similar to ChatGPT, this will be the interface you use to interact with the AI. We could start chatting with the Replit agent here and start building our app from scratch within Replit. Instead, I'm going to once again use meta prompting with ChatGPT. I will first provide context into the type of app I'm trying to build with Replit, and then provide a clear ask on what I want the output of my prompts to be. For this example, I want to build a historical Mad Libs app. The app will ask the user to provide specific nouns, verbs, and adjectives, and then create fun and engaging stories based on historical situations. In the last part of this prompt, I asked ChatGPT to construct a prompt that I can use with the Replit agent to build this application. I spend some time reviewing the prompt and decide it looks good. I copy the prompt that ChatGPT provides and paste it into the Replit agent window. I select the web app option and start chat. The Replit agent reads my prompt and ultimately provides a plan for how it will go about building the app. It will ask if you want to continue designing the app together, or in this case, I decide to start building the entire app. Next, the Replit agent gets to work. Behind the scenes, it starts building your application, doing all the heavy lifting that historically would have taken a team of coders days and days to get right. In our case, this process took about 10 minutes in total. While I watched the agent complete final tests on the right side, I decided to test out the application. So far, everything's working as expected, entering adjectives, verbs, and nouns, and ultimately coming to the story I create. In 1969, slimy astronauts traveled to the moon in a table. Not bad. And just as I asked in my original prompt, below my funny version is the real history of the lunar landing. So now that my initial build and testing is complete, I want to add a few modifications. Specifically, I want users to have the ability to choose their scenario, as well as change the color schema from purple to green. And the best part, I make this request to the Replit agent in plain English. I test out these changes and really like what I see. I go ahead and make one additional request to the Replit agent for 3 more historical scenarios to choose from. And just like that, I've built my first app with Replit. Once you finish building and testing your app, there's another powerful feature in Replit. Its ability to publish your application on the web. You start by clicking the Publish button in the top right. While I won't go over all of the details and best practices for publishing web apps, for your first app, it is a good idea to leave deployment type as autoscale and also lowering machine configurations to their lowest possible values, especially if you're not expecting lots of users or are just exploring with Replit for the first time. Once your configuration is set, you can hit publish, and Replit will provide you with a URL that you can use to access your app from your browser. And just like that, you've effectively leveraged AI to design, build, test, and publish your very first web app. Before we wrap up the demo, I want to clarify a few points with regards to costs of using Replit. This entire demo was done with a Replit Core subscription, which is $25 a month. With the Core subscription, you're able to publish web apps. You're also given $25 worth of usage credits. Replit charges based on usage. Whether it's the AI or hosting, the amount you use is the amount you pay. For this particular demonstration, from building to testing to hosting the app for 24 hours, it costs a little more than $4 in Replit credits total. Last 2 points on cost. It's important to always shut down published web apps that you're not using, as Replit will charge you for web app hosting, which can accumulate over time. Last, Replit has a sneaky little feature that it will continue to charge you for usage even after you use up your $25 worth of credits. To avoid this, I recommend going to Account and Billing and setting a manual usage budget. So let's explore some of the possibilities where you could use Replit in your teaching practice. Number 1, interactive games. You or your students can build quiz apps, word games, or choose your own adventure stories with this tool. 2, custom quizzes. Create your own assessment tools that give instant feedback and track progress. 3, and perhaps most important in my opinion, student-built apps. Once you get comfortable with the tool yourself, introduce it to your students. Encourage creativity as students solve real classroom problems through coding. And last, workflow automation. Once you get more comfortable using Replit and writing code through English, you'll be amazed at the many different ways you can leverage coding to streamline repetitive tasks like grade calculations, attendance tracking, or resource organization. And that's Replit, your gateway into coding and building apps with the help of AI. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced coder, it lowers the barrier to entry and helps you create things faster. With Gamma, Suno, and Replit, you now have 3 powerful ways to build, create, and explore. Let's wrap up with a few key reminders and next steps. Before we wrap up, here are a few key takeaways I want you to remember. Number 1, AI is meant to augment, not replace. These tools are here to help make your life easier. They're here to spark creativity and free you up to focus on what matters most, your students. And 2, the lessons we learn about ChatGPT still apply. Whether you're building slides with Gamma or Vibecoding in Replit, you should always remember, AI can still hallucinate or give wrong answers, so it's important to always check your work. It's still really important to always provide context when using these tools to get the best results. And last, just like with ChatGPT, the more you experiment with different AI tools, the stronger your AI literacy becomes. You'll ultimately become more confident in leveraging these tools to make your life easier, as well as being able to guide your students in the space. My challenge to you, pick one of these tools, Gamma, Suno, or Replit, and try it out this week. See what you can create, and have the courage to share it with your students, with a colleague, or online to inspire other teachers. Your courage and willingness to experiment is what makes these tools truly transformative. Thank you so much for spending this time with me exploring AI tools beyond ChatGPT. I hope this course has sparked new ideas and given you the confidence to take the first step. Remember, you don't have to master these tools all at once. Just stay curious and keep building, and remember to never stop exploring.